Last time we left off, our lady here, which I'm absolutely certain what her name is. I've definitely not forgotten about it, and I'm not playing around that fact at all. She's arrived on this island where her husband's expedition crew was lost. She's trying to find answers because, as it turns out, even though she has never stepped place on this island before, this day started in game here. She has seen this island in her dreams, and we're not quite sure yet what it means, but strange things are afoot. Howdy, and the FPS counter is indeed visible on screen. Fantastic. We shall not let the excessive FPS disturb us, because this is the ship that, if I'm understanding correctly, is the one that the crew was on.
Ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to it?
There you go. Can you understand her correctly? I think she's much quieter than I am. Dream Island vacation. Indeed. Indeed. So we're taking a look. I believe this is the start of chapter 3. And I know how many chapters there are. I've looked up this information because...
Looks like they took items from the stranded ship.
Yeah, they set up camp and everything. Wait, but if they set up an operation over here, why do they have their big village as another location? Okay.
The expedition only has 5 members now.
So this is a... Was the village a first expedition and this is a second expedition? Or is this just... No, one of their guys died from the explosion. We know that. Was it the doctor? Like, wasn't this the doctor? I'm not entirely certain of their faces. Or is this her husband? I think volume is fine since there are subtitles. Okay. We don't have anything. I like the tilt shift on this. Nice effect. There's nothing on the back here. There's a lot of stuff. There's like sweet corn. Yeah, so this is chronologically later. If there are one person less now. But does this mean there was a second trip, or was it that their ship was marooned somewhere on sea and then the storm tore it loose? Possibly. But then why would they relocate like this? Maybe all of this was too much to bring in. But yeah, why would they build a new location?
It's too dark to see anything inside the tents. I should find a way to turn these lights on.
Lights. I suppose there must be lights here somewhere. Okay, there's a lot of things to look at.
He's repairing my old music box.
What?
Attack? What attack?
Frank trying to repair Harry's music box just before the attack. So that is Harry, that is Frank. Isn't Frank the guy who died? No, I'm even less sure about the chronology. Sorry? What did she say? I missed what she said. Okay, cool.
Photographic film.
Unused, evidently. Ward and Blake News Agency. Presented by Cassandra D. Ward. Is that the lady that was with them? Was she a journalist?
Goodness me, what a collection of happy news.
Strange incident in Massachusetts. The Gardner family vanishes from their Arkham farm. Apparently we shall not be disturbed by the text because the rest is blurred out.
Oh my.
Robert Soydam and his wife found dead at high seas. Also written by that Ward person, like Cassandra D. Ward, yeah. Cults and Rituals. An interview with Inspector John Raymond LeGrasse by C.D. Ward. So she's been into vanishing people and like the occult.
I believe Harry visited this exposition. When he was
Newburyport.
looking for answers for my illness.
Newburyport Tiara exhibition coming to Boston, also by C.D. Ward. Against the Senate Lands Prohibition, Massachusetts. Okay, we are led to understand that this is not important.
So, is this recording?
Mm-hmm.
Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it. Twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
DeWitt, where have you been this whole time?
Oh my god. She's got a knife.
That's the attack.
Get off me, you lunatic!
Hold him! Hold him for Christ's sake! Call the Aroa, quick!
DeWitt. I should have written down these names because now I don't know who anyone is. And that's a problem.
Never heard of this Eric Zahn fella.
Radiosymphonieorchester Berlin. Erik Zahn. Gesamtaufnahme. Zahn. 2 minutes 56.
A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories.
Tales from Beyond. The House at the End of the World. Tale of mystery, intrigue. A Tale of Mystery, Fantasy, Intrigue by Chandler Hogarth. Escape from Arcadia. The Cream of Weird Stories. Tales from Beyond is the original leading fiction magazine. And a typewriter.
Portable typewriter.
Oh, that's what you used to document stuff back then. Oh.
Someone took notes about some important dates.
June 30th, arrival on the island. July 1st, we set up camp. July 14th, Roy blows up the well's hatch. That's the well that we saw last time. July 24th, we strike camp and move to the beach. July 14th, last entry in the Lady Shannon's ship log. Now I'm even more confused about the chronology. So they did set up camp back over at the center of the island where we were last time, because blowing up the hatch happened there, and it was not done immediately. It was after a while. They took their time to set up camp first. So now, July 24, we strike camp. What does strike camp mean? Does that mean like to abandon the camp and move to the beach? Like, that makes sense. But why? What happened to the ship? When did it become like this? I mean, sometime between July 14th and 24th, and it might be
Did he
the
take
Raft
some
for
amulets
Gods.
from the other campsite? Or did he carve some more?
So that might have been Frank's camp. Oh no, was it? No, not Frank. Harry, her husband. I would assume established
There are
camp.
only 4
Right,
chairs
like
around the campfire.
strike camp, as in like, for example, strike a pole into the ground to put up a tent, like this one.
There are only 4 chairs around the campfire.
Yeah. I mean, that means a chair could have been moved. It's only very incidental evidence.
The menu is rather limited here.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, so I am aware how many chapters this game has, just for scheduling purposes, so I know.
Discarded clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time.
Oh, never mind, you were right. I see.
A handkerchief with the letters EDW embroidered on it. It's stained with blood and black ooze.
DW could be DeWitt, but wasn't it Frank DeWitt? Why is it EDW? Is it from his wife?
A white fedora. It's really dirty.
Milady. I know how many chapters there are, and I will guide my decision of whether to finish the game today or not, depending on how far I get in at a certain point.
Oh dear. This dock was a certifiable loon.
Yesterday the stones danced with my song. My song Okay, what happened with this writing? Okay, yeah, it diverges from English. My song, everything is tuned in this place. There is a treasure in Shadgokalu. It's my best rendition of this. We have hydrogen peroxide.
The doctor was certainly well supplied with all kinds of substances. These medical tools are hair-raising.
Yeah, and I cannot see shit. Maybe I should get some lights going first.
These two fellows seem to get along pretty well.
Frank and Teahoroa, was it? They said it in the recording. Frank and Teahoroa singing while working in the workshop. Yeah, checks out. So can we get some lights going here? Maybe I should, before I... Like lights like this. Can see some cabling going. Where does the cabling lead to? Maybe there might be some kind of generator at... Okay, well that's just another... Excuse me? What are you? Like superconductor? That son of a bitch, DeWitt stabbed Frank. Wait, so okay, so it's not Frank DeWitt. It's I'm mixing two names here. Cthulhu-Tagen, exactly. Luckily, it was just a flesh wound. It's a good thing they held me back, or I would have plucked that effing nutcase like the rabbit dog that... Jesus, what am I saying?
I've never seen Harry so angry. It might need to be turned on. It might need to be turned on.
Oh, it's a projector. Okay, we need to get power going. No, I should see. If I were a generator, where would I hide? So these cables are running pretty linearly, except for these offshoots to the lights. So if we trace the cabling backwards... along here. Ah.
That is a doornail.
Come on.
No power.
No power, eh? The cable continues going.
The ship's hull was ripped. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
Maybe an iceberg? I feel like we have to explore here first, because we need to get power going, and presumably they hooked up their lights to this to the ship's systems.
This place gives me the creeps.
Because there were also several, could be puzzles, that I wasn't able to access otherwise.
I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. Dead as a doornail.
Cool. Okay, so we need to keep going along where the power is. Yeah. It's a bit of a messy wiring job, but I'm not gonna... Ah.
No power.
Okay.
No wrong. This isn't right. I'll try again.
Okay, we just need to brute force the order. That's not that difficult.
All green. Now, what exactly did I turn on?
Well, power, I presume. Yeah, we are getting... Let's route power first. I know there's another room we need to explore, but... I want to see if that's enough to get some lights going. Also, I'm not sure what energy I'm bringing today. I walked home from work.
At last, some light. That should make things easier.
Excellent. And when I came home, I walked for about a good 6 or 7 kilometers. I can walk around here. Is there something hidden? Let's just get lost right away. Ah,
Some kind of improvised workshop.
that's the workshop we saw on the photo.
This must be the highest part of the island. And that diamond shape again. How striking.
No caption.
You made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn.
She's such a fast reader, it's wild. Fun fact, that as a doornail comes from medieval carpentry, where a dead nail is one that's been applied in such a way that you could no longer use it elsewhere. I see. She's such a fast reader, like she picks it up and immediately has a reaction to whatever is on the entire page. Good morning, crew. Sorry for the reveal this morning. I didn't expect to wake all of you with a noise from that awful organ. The good news is that the organ revealed the entrance to a temple. The bad news is that the temple is on the mountaintop, so I hope you're in the mood for a good hike. All joking aside, if the temple has the answer that I'm looking for, we can finally have this damn island and go home. Thank you all for sticking with me, Harry. Right, Everhard is his name. Exactly. Henry Everhard. We have various mechanical tools. Some sort of power power supply. Yeah, I was saying, I came home, I
What
laid
kind
down.
of machine were you building?
Sheet metal, piece of the mast,
What kind
tubes.
of machine were you building? So this is the reason the ship was scavenged.
Frank, if we want to enter the temple on the mountaintop, we'll have to reproduce the effects of the organ somehow. I know we weren't planning on this, but we'll have to build a machine with whatever we can lay our hands from the Lady Shannon. Do you think we can do that? Did they deliberately crash? She got that Apple AI summarizing emails and text exactly. Did they deliberately crash their ship to gain access to all these supplies? Are they mad? On an island this remote at this time in history, that would pretty much condemn them to be stuck there, possibly forever.
Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used a lot.
Imagine if it turns on now, that would be a very short game. Burns and Parsons manufacturer. Not mad, just disappointed.
Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really seems to like Frank.
Frank, great idea. We'll move the materials we need to the summit so we can set up camp there. Just another thing, please stop calling me Mr. Everard. Call me Harry as all my friends do. Let's see. Isn't Frank the bloke that got blown to pieces? Okay, it would seem that this path can be walked, and there's a cable running here. So could we supply power to whatever is here? This cable is buried under the sand. Is there some kind of switch that we could flip? No, I feel like this is already connected. It's just... I might have turned something on there that I don't know what it is yet. Oh, we have a pathway here. I feel like no. We should look at the camp first. I'm getting so incredibly sidetracked here. I don't want to stumble into a cutscene trigger and then I don't get to explore the rest of this. Like, I haven't even explored all the insides of the ship yet. So these are just supplies. I don't think I missed anything here.
The menu is rather limited here.
Yeah. We already...
I don't know
noted
if
that.
someone in the expedition was a cook, but I really hope they didn't rely on Harry for it. When he lived in the dormitory, he only ate out of tomato soup and corn cans. I've never seen anybody with such poor nourishment.
So we have this.
Someone here had a green thumb.
Okay, that's nothing. So this is for developing photos. We have more photos.
God. Look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
It took the 4 of us to subdue him. Where did he get that strength?
Those footprints definitely do not look human.
Ah. Ah. No, I want this one over here.
This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing?
Fishing? Casting something into the sea?
Floating rocks?
The doctor seems to be whispering to some rocks. Are they floating? Wait, huh? Like in my mind he's holding what might be a squid. I'm not seeing anything that says floating here. Whatever. Yeah, so equipment for developing photos. We have heard this tape that was about the attack. And we have not seen everything in here. Where's the next switch that needs flipping? Is this a device we can turn on? No. We need to flip a switch somewhere to send power further. I believe there was one. You? There we go. We had that. We got all the ambience here. We have another staircase over here. Multiple staircases that we can choose from if we so desire. But first, this place is tide levels, measurements, Harry Everhart. Okay, that's an on-off switch, and we have forward and backward. This is getting Autobahns vibes.
Borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal.
Okay, so we have like 5 levels, like from 0 to 4 for some sort of level measurement. Oh boy. Are we noting this down? I haven't looked at my notes at all today. Log. Oh yeah, I could have read the log to figure out what happened. Roy Granger died. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, note taking. Like, is she taking note of this? Can I have that in my notes, please? This seems to be the newest thing I have in my notes, and this is all stuff that I've used up. Okay, let's see.
You always did have a good ear, Harry.
I've been studying the structure for the last few days. The tones it emits change consistently with the tides. Okay.
How can someone build something like this out of stone?
Well, one carving at a time. A huge stone pipe organ. And it's showing a section through it where waves push air through carved stone tubes.
Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon.
Checks out. For calculating the tides, yeah. What is all of this about?
Stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something.
So a rock on black ooze is floating there, suspended after what appears to be a glass cavity. We have another mirror thing. Yeah, this is the note that we saw. We had this. We have more of these rocks. We have an instrument.
What kind of doodad is this?
Okay, this is giving us frequencies. That's 440. Okay, that's a standard well-tempered scale. Okay. Uh-huh. She wrote down a few things. Also November 31st. She's been very selective about what she records, but I'm absolutely
well
fine with
tuned.
that.
I expected no less from you, old pal. Wow, look at the size of these stones.
Megalithic basalt stones. Basalt? Basalt? In German it's basalt. Chest with a note.
These symbols are linked to the piano keys.
Wow, the way she already knew which keys would be significant, that's wild. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. There we go. You know what? These might be numerals. And then we have paper. I have a paper for writing on. I should be doing that. Supposing that the symbols presented at the top are 1 through 7. We have a sequence of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So it's just shifted over by 1. Oh, it's depending on the tides. Okay. So on full tide, then 1 less. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5. On half tide, we have just unchanged. On nearly empty tide, we have 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 2, 4. The way this is not ordered correctly makes me want to go back and check that I didn't misread this one. No, I didn't. Okay. And entirely empty, we have 7, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we know what these correspond to. And we should also put down the symbols. So we have 1 is this. I'm drawing a lot of these diamond shapes and I'm not drawing them particularly well. We have like this. We have 3 lined up above each other. We have 4 arranged in a diamond shape. We have the white line through the middle. We have going horizontally. We have the white line going vertically, and we have a cross. Okay. So that might help us. I figure. Okay. 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 That's the end of it. Interesting. Nice Easter egg. Also, what is with all this residual water floating around in the air? It's kind of weird. Did this have anything else? No. It's very interesting. I feel like we're going to get to a door where we need to enter a sound code of some kind. And we might now be prepared for it. With the notes that the game has taken, plus the notes that I have taken. So, for example, we could follow this path here, which in fact we're going to do so right now. Let's see. The path branches off immediately. I'm going to do this first because this might just be a viewpoint. Yeah.
Sometimes I still doubt whether this isn't just some ghastly dream.
I'm actually gonna... That's a nice wallpaper. Could also be a nice vault thumbnail.
It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around.
Okay, cool. We're not sure if... We don't know if these are the Polynesians or if these are the weird creatures that left those footprints back there. This is... Is there a note that comes from this?
What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though. What odd structure.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a building, though.
I mean, it might be the organ if it has these kinds of protrusions coming out of it. It does have these basalt columns. But this is not... This appears to be just for flavor. Yeah, these columns over here, these hexagonal shaped crystal-like rock structures, of which we've seen plenty already in the other areas. Is there... Oh no, it's just a light reflection. I was like, was there an interaction thing? Maybe in the ship? Which day is it anyway? We have very fond of the unknown structure built by a previous civilization. Keeps searching for answers even as they wait for help to arrive. Log. Okay, so it's November 7th. This is the next day. Like, within the game. It's November 7th, which is a new moon. And that might guide our calculation of the tides at a later point. Or possibly these 4 icons or 5 icons for different levels of whatever could be just the moon. The different phases of the moon. Going from new moon to full moon and then back again. In which case we would need to use the scale for nothing.
That voice. Is that Harry? No, just a recording. What were you looking for in the heart of the island?
I was thinking this expedition had failed, but then I found those stairs that led me to that giant stone organ. It might be another way to get to the very heart of this island. In any case, there's nothing we can do without until someone hears our distress call. So did they run the ship into the island intentionally or not?
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
I've wired up your message to the radio like you asked, Mr. Everhart. It'll keep broadcasting as long as the ship's got fuel. God help us. Ship
Even
log.
the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
June 30th, 8:25 a.m. We delivered the 6 members of the Everhart expedition to the island without incident. We'll come back to pick them up again in 3 weeks. Oh, okay. Is time frozen on the island, or do story events progress current time? Frozen in the gameplay sense. We arrived on November 6th, and now it's November 7th. That switch was between chapter 2 and 3, so there's definitely some sort of progression going on. But I think it's based on story events. It's if you take just a billion years on one level, it doesn't mean that it's not like November 16th or whatever. At least that's what I'm gathering. Obviously, I just have only my playthrough to judge. We'll come back to pick them up again in 3 weeks. If there's anything left to pick up by then. 12:40 p.m. Left the island after lunch, no incidents. 6 a.m. July 1st, the next day. The neighbor area seems adequate for whaling. We might get a good catch. Okay.
This is the captain's last entry.
July 14th, 10:25 a.m. 10:25 a.m. He felt the need to write that twice. Good weather and dear sailing until a surprise undercurrent shook the ship. I haven't seen the sea that rough in years. 17:35 p.m. First mate swears he saw a huge sea creature near our hull shortly afterwards. Definitely not a whale.
5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
I could turn this off, but
This is a distress call
don't.
from the
I mean, it's annoying, a slight bit, but so maybe I'll turn it back on when I go
Maybe
out.
the legend is more real than it seems.
On the island of Ponape, there's a city called Nan Modol that's composed entirely of large basalt structures. Legend has it the city was built with floating stones, moved by black magic. Yeah, literally black magic. University of Miskatonic, or Miskatonic? Arkham, Massachusetts. That's the same place we saw in the newspaper clippings before.
The black ooze's properties are perplexing.
Black ooze test changes consistency and levitates when exposed to different vibration frequencies.
These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber.
Is there anything I missed before I'm trying to solve this puzzle?
And I was completely covered in that black goo.
Soon
what
will
it'll do
the
to me.
Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. Everything on this rotten island has something to do with that damn black ooze in one way or another. The ancient ruins, the ritual well, even Dr. DeWitt's irrational behavior seems to be related to us getting exposed to that awful liquid. Which appears to be on this paper as well. Lady Shannon. So they were trying different frequencies. I feel like the way this is set up, okay, so this one controls the two on the right. This controls the two on the left. Uh-huh. That's where you can get these two pretty easily, but I feel like I need to get them all to the same level. But I need to get this guy up a bit higher. Which we could do like this. I'm bad at these kinds of puzzles, I feel like. Now was it this and then this? Okay, so right now the left one is one too high, and the right one is one too low. So we do this. it's not this, it's this one. There we go. There we go.
To write down those numbers in my journal.
Did you? Thank you. 262 349 415. So that's 1, 4, and 6. 1, 4, 6. Okay. So we were able to do what they couldn't. What losers?
This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for.
Okay, so that ought to be all inside here.
Only God knows how long I've been covered in this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although
But
I doubt
why-
anything could be worse than my illness.
But wait, if her illness was caused, at least for the other guy, the illness was caused by the black ooze, and she hasn't been to the island before, why does she have the illness? Did she contract it like just through her husband's love or whatever? Okay, so we have seen inside the village over here, or inside the camp anyway. There's this path that we haven't taken. I feel like this has all been building up to going here. We need to play some sort of tone.
When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense.
Okay, so power is running up here. We have additional campsites. Can I time it so that with the you get a screenshot with the lit up sky? That might have worked. Is there anything worth noting in here?
That huge stone door looks like an exit. How does it open?
Oh, if it's an exit, then I'm not going to go in there. Great love that is making us sick from half
This
across the
ornate
globe.
structure certainly isn't natural, but not man-made either.
It's crafted by the gods, for sure.
This feels ominous.
This is Sparta? So this has the number 2 on it. Presuming that the... I see. So is this now open? Yeah, it is. And we need to... But it closed other things. Like, watch this. We can see the numbers again, and 1, 5, 7 are blocked right now. But if I close 2... Okay, no, it was that way before. Never mind. So, I was gonna say, when I looked at it first, there was like 3 through 7 were open, but no. So we need to find 1, 5, and 7. I mean, presuming we want all the ooze to flow. I'm supposing that is 7. That is 7. We need to find 1 and 5.
Must be instructions to operate this bizarre structure.
Ah. Maybe we don't want everything open all at once. I think this is 3. That is. That's fine. Let's just do everything open regardless. Ah.
Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
There we go. Why did we need the date then? if we have this available to us. So I should probably take stock of where all the numbers are. Like, I think that it was 5 down here. So it was 5 down on the left. It was 3, as well as 7 on the upper left side. Like left as in looking from this direction. Then we have 2. There's 6. There's 2 that are not accounted for. That is 4. Going down further here. And we need 1. We need to know where 1 is. I feel like they're hiding 1 from me. Where's... Huh? Oh, it's to let different amounts of sunlight in. Oh, you know what? That's to set the face of the moon. That's what it is. And we have new moons, so I think we want to have it closed. Have you played Myst? This is reminding me of it a lot. I think all the way back in the 90s, I saw a friend play. Oh, there's a 1. There's the 1. And that's just to see that now everything is open. Like, it's all flowing now. And they're all set to the top. Yeah, that's open. Tune the organ by opening and closing the right tubes. So, okay. Sea level is documented. I've used this. I don't know if I've used it correctly, but I've certainly used it. We have... Yeah, so the code we had was 1. Then we had 4. And then we had 6. But we need to transform this according to the current tide. 1 actually becomes 5. 4 becomes 1. And 6 becomes 2. Supposing that I'm reading the code correctly. So let's try and close off everything that is not that. So we have 5, 1, 2, then 4 needs to go away. Also 2 needs to stay, but 6 needs closing. And 3 and 7 need to be closed, which are these 2 guys. And then do we push the button? Yeah, we have 5, 1, 2.
Holy Mike! What kind of magic is this?
Shit. The shit. It's opening a path for us. Also first try. First try. Easy clap. I don't like the lack of light on this, or the fact that all the stones are entirely black, or everything else. Hello. Is it going to be addressed to us?
My dear old pal, I think I'm getting closer to understanding what is happening to you, but it is taking a toll on my sanity. As fascinating as this island and its ancient and unfathomable wonders may seem, it's also a place plagued with misfortune and calamities.
We lost Roy at the campsite. We
we almost lost our engineer on this beach. The doctor went mad and stabbed him with a strange knife. And all
yes,
because of this island, Nora. Initially, we were optimistic and in high spirits, but now we've all become resentful and discouraged. Even I can feel how I am constantly assaulted by dark thoughts. Anyway, if what I am going through here helps me find you a cure, it'll have been worth it. I hope to find an answer in the temple on that mountain peak. Love you always, Harry.
My poor Harry. He's worried, exhausted, disheartened.
Oh boy.
I will find you, my love.
I was not prepared for another puzzle. What is this?
Let's see what the next one does.
Okay. I'm just going left to right. I have no... Oh, she's just pushing buttons in some order. I didn't push the button that I wanted to. Hello. And now the entire island explodes. End of the game.
That's it. That's where Harry must have gone.
Blaze puzzle game. I was not prepared for another puzzle. I mean, it wasn't a puzzle. It was just
I'm not sure why,
button pushing.
but I don't feel this island is dangerous. Maybe it's because I haven't spent as much time here as Harry did.
No, I mean, lady, what about this would be dangerous in any way? Like, it's all perfectly safe. See, they put out lights and everything. This is fine. Exactly. There's only one path forward. Even as our vision fades to black. The vanishing of the Lady Shannon. You have completed chapter 3.
Whew, that was quite a hike.
Thank God we have some light now. Chapter 4. Quite a show. So this is where we came from. And we are legally forbidden from going back. See, yesterday while Kalle was playing Subnautica, I was also playing Subnautica. I was exploring one of the islands. And this has a resemblance to that. And for a moment there, I was cataloging every plant in my mind and trying to scan it, which this game does not allow you to do that. So many good vistas in this game. Every frame a painting. Feels like coming home.
I'm at the top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here.
Oh, there we are. Also a circle thing. Now that must be the water goddess.
Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it.
Also infrastructure. Let's check out that sweet infrastructure. If we can't have transit infrastructure, maybe at least...
They built all this just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz.
There we go. There we go.
No power.
Oh, it's another one of these, huh? Okay. Once again, we trace the power. Also, I'm taking note that this chapter has taken me 1 hour to complete. It's 59 minutes into the stream, and we are now at the start of chapter 4. So if I am to do the remaining 3 chapters today, that might be quite a big thing. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I have been up for a long time yesterday, which Fern, you might know why. I'll have to use the ship's turbine and juggle with the things. Oh, and juggle with the things I got from the ship to make this work. Let's see if I manage to power the whole set just with the scarce materials that I have.
Harry's convinced the answer to my illness lies inside that temple.
Temple, black ooze, and Nora's illness. Got to open that door. I feel like we're going to be the ones to open that door.
Nakal? So this is like Atlantis, but in the Pacific Ocean, right?
According to the legend that said the continent Mu sank into the Pacific thousands of years ago, its massive stone structures, generally irregular in shape, contrasted with the unique use of diamond shapes. This is reminiscent of other rhomboid symbols like the lozenge or the Hindu Lakshmi star. However, experts believe that in the specific case of the Nazca structures, instead of representing fertility and prosperity, the rhombus was a sign of transformation and evolution. So we have the rhombus, which has even side lengths. Well, the lozenge also has, but this has like interior right angles, and the lozenge has a sharp angle and a dull angle. Just solve the puzzles fast.
They built loudspeakers on top of this tower to reproduce the effect of the organ.
Uh,
Very clever old pal.
The achievement was 50% of the story log, so if this really is half the game, we are making good progress on actually finding everything. Reproducing the effect of the organ using loudspeakers. So if we can power up the generator, we might be able to
His low
get some...
spirits are obvious in this photo. What was wrong with Frank? He looks so thin.
She is reading Moby Dick. Herman Melville. Herman Melville, sorry. And she
Looks
doesn't
like
like
a
to be
sneaky
photographed.
snapshot. She doesn't look at all happy.
Indeed. See, every time I see a reflection like this, I'm like, oh, story note. The game has really trained me to recognize these thoughts.
Frank died. Oh, Frank had a daughter named Evangeline. What a darling.
Frank Drayton. That was the engineer, wasn't he? We're just seeing people die off like one per chapter. Are we going to find Harry just entirely on its own? Oh, of course it's the Nazca lines. Okay, so we have a thing here. Which I'm going to go actually look at because the cable is running this direction. So this might be where...
They built a turbine to generate electricity under the falling water. But the stream isn't close enough to the wheel.
I feel like we need to... Is it going to help to make the water... to make the water stream bigger? Or do we need to move all of this somehow? Right?
These levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine.
Okay. Okay, so this is going to be our main puzzle for this chapter, I feel like.
Blood-soaked rags.
The Bible.
Bible. It must have belonged to Frank. He thought it was a flesh wound, but it kept getting worse.
I've tried to do something with this wound from the Wit's attack. No matter what I do, it still looks infected. I feel worse every day. And that's how he died. Yeah, no luck. This doesn't actually turn on until we get the turbine going. And for that we need to get the water going somehow, which... Yeah, no, if the water comes down more torrentially, then it will hit the wheel. So we need to figure out how to get the water stream going. And then probably we need to do something with the with the gear shaft. With the gearbox. Oh. But I get this rock moving so that more water comes out.
There are homemade loudspeakers, probably to amplify the sound.
Oh yeah, they're all set up to point towards the door. We got a note. So this image is deserving of a note, she has decided. And we have buttons. Okay. There's some sort of pattern that needs to be entered here. Like, is it this pattern? Then it would be like so. But it doesn't seem to be the case. It's a geological structure that for amateurs with a lot of imagination looks like an underwater highway from Atlantis. I see. Of course, what else could it be? Like the same people who want to believe in God creating all life are also the people that somehow say, oh my God, this naturally occurring structure cannot be made just by creation. It must be made by ancient aliens or whatever.
So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they weren't the right ones.
I'm so stupid. Such an arrogant idiot. That rock sled would have killed everybody. No thanks to my stubbornness.
All right. Can you turn it on, Cass?
Please, sir, we should not do this.
Not now.
Haven't we had enough warnings, Mr. Everhart? What else do we need? Another death?
Listen to me. Frank lost his life setting this whole thing up. So we're not going to discuss it anymore. We're going to activate it, period. Is that clear enough for you?
Hey, Ma!
Fine. Same to you. Please, Cass, activate it. Yes. It's working. Come on. Yes. It's working.
Is there something wrong, Harry?
The ground is shaking. No.
No, I can't!
I told you, Everhart. You damn fool. You're going to kill us all.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Yeah, that seems like the kind of thing we want to activate. And so we shall. Is that the same? It's the same picture except for the symbol. And this guy has a staff now, which previously was pointing at a symbol. Where's this leading us towards? Is that where we came up? Oh yeah. I might have just walked past this before.
Heavens,
No.
looks like a rock slide crushed
I
all the
didn't.
tents. All but one.
All but one, you say. I'm not seeing the one, but I'm first going to take note of this. I feel like this is going to be the different notes that we have to play. But what order are we going to play them in? And what are these buttons?
I'm not sure if Harry ever got to read this note.
Mr. Harry, you're a good man. I know you love your wife. Do yourself a favor and return home to her. Here you won't find anything but death. Leave now. Cass will try to convince you to do otherwise. Oh, she's gunning for a story. I see. She's the reporter lady. She's only interested in getting a good story. There we go. Don't listen to her. I have no strength left. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wait, which tent? Which tent was not destroyed? Was did it not? Oh, no, there was a specular reflection once again. It's not a. Oh, this tent.
The only tent that came out of the rock slide in one piece is the one filled with amulets. The only tent that came out of the torn picture. Maybe the Polynesian guide didn't like people taking pictures of his scar.
So this. Wait. Where did I come up then?
These drops of rain are so refreshing.
Oh, I came
Feels
up here,
really
right?
good.
Okay, so we just looped around. That's fine. Oh, right, yeah, there was a fork here, and I was like, oh, infrastructure, and I checked this out first, I remember. So I presume that we have. The question is if we have all the pieces of the puzzle yet. So to review, the main thing that we have right now is these 3 pictures, and underneath each of them, Jesus, we have 4 buttons arranged in one of these lozenge shapes.
I'm
lot of
really
difficult
sorry
words
about
there.
Frank. Harry doesn't have many friends. When you finally do get to know him, he's so witty, so funny, a loving person. But it takes a lot for him to open up.
Oh, there's another one. You see, the thing is that I don't see how a pattern like this could relate to any combination of these 4 buttons being pressed. I feel like that's what we need to encode here somehow. But we don't have enough information yet on how to do so.
Homemade
Oh, yeah,
loudspeakers.
no, we've seen
Probably
this.
to amplify the sound.
We have seen this. That's more of these. Ah!
A symbol inside.
There we go. Strange symbols in the empty pool. Are there more of these? Okay, everything has become clear suddenly. So this guy, we need to press the upper one. Oh, it's the same up there. Okay. in case you might miss the one down there, it's also printed up there. Or drawn, possibly engraved. So we had this, which, yeah. Like, let's just put them in the way. Yeah, I can just reference by. Okay, well, not entirely. It's a bit obscured, but the one on the right here, and over here we have. So this ought not work.
There's a doornail.
Yeah. Right, that's the recording of them playing the sound. We have the line thing, which is the bottom one. And then I believe the left one is the one that's remaining. I set it up so that I'm at a very bad angle when this actually starts going. Oh, there we go. So, yeah.
Did these stone columns just vibrate?
There we go.
Amazing! The hatches are opening.
There we go. That's one mystery solved. And now we ought to have enough water to get the turbine going.
Are these figures singing like a choir?
is what I'm seeing with these mouths. Ah. That's, by the way, that's the same sound that I make when I'm working on a program for hours and hours and hours, and it finally starts working. It finally produces the correct output, and I'm just sitting at my computer like, ah. And then everyone at the office joins in because they know that's a cry of celebration. There we go.
Now the wheel is moving.
So what's up with this? Why can I not move these? Huh?
No power.
So it appears to me that I would just need to line these up, but I'm not allowed. It doesn't actually... I can click on this and it jiggles a bit and that's all. Holding the button doesn't actually do anything. What does it mean? Do I need to wait for it to line up? Do I need to turn this off and then put them in while the thing is not spinning? Because I feel like it might be difficult to get it in at this time. No, it's not letting me. So it's not letting me change this anymore. This is our life now. Is there anything I'm... Why is it not... Why is it... There's no obvious problem with it that I can tell. Like, this is going, but... I don't understand what the... I need to be standing farther away. This is the farthest I can stand away while still activating it. And it doesn't let me do it. I'm genuinely not sure if this is a bug. Like, there were no such bugs before, so... Huh? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna consult a walkthrough purely to see, is there anything else that I would need to do here, like a clue or anything. And I'm trying to see. Oh wait, it's chapter 4, is it? No, I don't want to sign up to a newsletter. Thank you very much. Xyrill, yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm stupid. You can actually walk around here. Where? I see. There was a blockage. I see. Okay. Okay. Need to put this so that the shafts are in the right position. I was stupid. See, I was talking about IT work before. That's the problem from working in IT. You immediately assume that there's a technical problem instead of you just not understanding the puzzle.
Huh,
There we go.
that was easy.
No, it wasn't. It truly wasn't. What do you mean, no?
These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine.
Oh, it's another one of these, huh? Okay, so it always adjusts 3 in a group. Hold on.
These buttons seem to adjust
Yes,
the
yes,
amount
yes.
of energy that goes through the turbine.
Brute force works every time.
That should give the turbine some energy.
Who needs understanding if I can just mash things?
I did it. Now everything should be powered.
There we go. There we go. Can we flip this now? Yeah. Huh? So we saw all of this. Yes. Yes. There's like a speaker thing, but it doesn't actually do anything. Saw this as well. And now the radio tower should be powered. Is this what Harry operated when the Earth shook? Might be. Let's get a good vantage point.
Oh, what? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work. Come on.
Okay. Dream sequence?
Now what? What's happening this time? Where am I? I can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming back? Is this an ocean? An ocean that dried up? My cane. No. I would rather die than use that damned thing again.
If she hadn't pointed it out, I wouldn't even have seen it. I'm in pure walking simulator
These
mode.
really are ancient bones of a very ancient creature. The air is so dry. I need to find water.
At an invisible boundary here. We actually need to go over here. How's a mental state supposed to hold out for another 3 chapters?
Another memory of my illness. How many times did I think I was going to die lying in this bed?
Now you're gonna die on a nice Pacific island.
I'd better find some shade before I dry right up. The horseshoe-shaped pillar. And that diamond shape again.
Oh, that's that horseshoe, yeah. Checks out. The thing that I called a circle thingy before.
I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy.
I'm also making her run through all of this because I'm impatient.
Is that a house?
So that would be a normal walking speed and we're going full tilt. Ooh.
That's not a house. That's our house in Inglewood.
And it's
Am I dreaming?
underwater.
Or am I just losing my mind? That's our mailbox, too. Harry? Are you home?
Okay. We're underwater now. The water has caused quite a ruckus.
I miss you so much, old pal. I am definitely losing my mind.
Nah, this is fine.
I don't understand what is happening, Harry.
We
Are
can
you...
walk through books. And bottles. Chandeliers.
The Everhart twosome. What a duo. Harry gave me this necklace after one of his scavenger hunts.
Oh, this necklace. This right here.
It's a photo of my mother and me. She had just gotten worse from her illness.
No mention of any children also.
The happiest day of my life.
But I suppose if he's an explorer...
And one of
Oh. And one of the only pictures of Harry without the glasses is what she was gonna say? It was the other photo. Yeah.
my mother's music box.
Greetings from Yantle. It's also a nice...
Cousin Robert? But I don't have any cousins.
Wish you were here. Also, no address, no stamp, no nothing. And a sea creature. Or sea person, mermaid. Something of that kind.
Checkmate in 3 moves.
Nice. She does have Apple Intelligence for sure. A music box of a mermaid?
What a sweet melody.
You crossed the dry ocean and made it to your house. I sure did. Is that sea creature a cousin? Possible. I mean, you don't get to choose your family.
What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but it wasn't broken anymore. And what a catchy tune. I'm not going back up there. The fuse box is already providing electricity to this entire setup.
So, can we turn on the speakers now? Is that what's gonna happen now?
Homemade loudspeakers.
Yeah.
Probably to amplify the sound.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I did also write down this this tune just in case. GDBCH. Or B flat for Americans. For English speakers rather. Huh? No. Oh, we need to hum it, right?
I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot.
Yeah, all the shafts retreat so that the doors can open. Or is it operating mechanism? So now it's turning flat.
That was quite a show.
Very good. Let us proceed.
This feels like hallowed ground.
Oh wow. It does. Just this little patch of purple light gives it a hallowed energy. Is it?
A hole in the wall, probably caused by the rock slide. That must be the spot where they entered the temple.
Any notes here? Just ambience.
Are they bathing him in black ooze?
This person is stylized differently than these. Does it mean different clothing, or
Are
does
they
this mean
bathing him in black ooze?
Also, there is a symbol sequence written out here. Lights on. Why is that a note? What do I need this for? And there's different sequences of symbols beneath
His
each
hands
one.
are changing, like in my dream.
Oh, he's becoming a water creature?
Look at those spots. They look like mine.
He's turning full on
Now
mermaid.
he's some sort of man-fish? Fish of every size and shape.
Curious. Most curious indeed. And I'm noticing, like, there's different strings of symbols here, always 2, then 4, then 3. And the one pattern that I'm seeing is that this has 1 on it. At the very beginning, this has 2. And these have 3 and 4 respectively. There's 3 and there's 4. So denoting a sequence of some kind. Then we have 4, 3, 2 and 1 again, right? Rendering error. This texture is protruding out onto the other objects. You get that sometimes with Unreal Engine. I've seen the same thing in Satisfactory also. He's doing a shadow over Innsmouth. What is a shadow over Innsmouth? Okay, we have a button that does like being pressed. I just wasn't close enough to it. So that was just scenery.
Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below.
Fish head. Ah. Let's check out the view. We're not allowed to check out the view. But we can see that there was a campsite here, even with bedding and everything. And we have a billion nodes.
Well, this one was easy, I think.
Transformation, evolution. We have a pupae becoming a butterfly. Okay, Okay, these are not legally notes that you can find. We have a letter. Addressed to us, possibly.
My dear old pal, Nora. I wish I could write something else, but a long time ago I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you, and it will keep changing you until it's done, whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal, my partner, the love of my life, I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teodoro is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papiete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what? What do I do now? Are you still on the island? I have to find you.
Maybe he's swimming with the fishes, as you're saying.
God's blood.
Oh, they were translating it.
Does this mean that... Is this related to me somehow, to my disease?
Those who have God's blood are destined, inevitable transformation into a water animal, to eternal life, life forever. Black Acre. Is this Heaven's Vault? Is Heaven's Vault happening?
So that's how you mark the symbol's orientation.
Oh, I want to... Rotating the north in the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrant. I don't know what the wheel is.
I'm starting to understand this language.
Eternal and life. Are we taking notes of... Ah. Eternal life.
This one was really hard to figure out. Good job, Harry.
Eternal... Okay.
Well done, Harry. Boy, am I lucky that you did the hard part of figuring things out.
The language works by combining different symbols to create a new one. This doesn't seem like a very productive method in the sense of they're really borrowing quite liberally from Lovecraft's work. Huh. Yeah, I'm not familiar beyond how much has been just entered into the cultural zeitgeist and whatever through memes and such. I'm not all that familiar with Lovecraft source material, but it does carry that vibe for sure. Need to clean my glasses, but I'm very gentle about it. If you haven't seen me talk about this on Kato stream yesterday, my glasses broke. I don't know. Can actually, it's like, does it pick up when I show it into the camera? The right glass is coming off of the frame, and unfortunately, to get new glasses ordered, that takes 2 weeks.
John McCormack's Dear Old Pal of Mine? Our favorite song.
I see. Okay, so we have symbols. We have more notes.
I've seen
Liquid.
this symbol in the murals several times. I guess it can be applied to both water and black ooze.
Yeah. So it's this one, like first water or first liquid. We have God's blood transforms. If we have God's blood, but not without this line, which means eternal, then this is just blood. Eternal life. Huh. Amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A complex pattern.
For sure. Okay. We have another note.
It's amazing how words and symbols can keep their meaning after thousands of years.
Live. Oh. Okay. Somehow she's figuring all that out. Huh. Okay, so this is something we can... Huh? Ah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? So we need to set... Okay.
Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down.
There we go. And she just knows to put it in there. Cool, 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 cool. So here's the thing. We want to have this on the 2 for some reason. I don't know why it did all of this to already put it in the right order. I feel like it's jumping to conclusions a bit, but we're going to take it. It's exactly the situation that we have here. We're moving it to this position now relative to this lozenge. The symbol is in the right position for where we need. We have this guy just needs to be in this corner. Now we have this line thing is on 2 and 4 and on 1. So we need to have it rotated by 2. Right, so now if you read this upside down, we have 1, 2, and 4. We have it in these positions where we want the line to be. We have this corner circle that is on 1, 3, and 4. So once again, we need to rotate this by 180 degrees.
This is the right combination.
There we go. I didn't even need to set this one. I was gonna get to that. Never mind. Oh, what are you? More puzzles in my puzzle game?
It
Impossible.
appears Harry didn't advance any further.
I can't go any farther. I've tried everything, and this isn't working. It is not working! What do I need? I followed the sequence correctly, and my hand... I can't get that thing to work. I can't get that thing to work. I need to cross the river down there. Anyway, for what? He's holding his hand onto the pedestal. And the pedestal does not seem to have taken lightly to it.
What is that thing? Is that the outline of a hand? What
Maybe
is
your
that
hand?
thing?
Okay, she is
Is
not...
The outline of a hand?
She's not ready to put her hand in there just yet.
Those are drums of some sort. Nora, you idiot, just follow the sequence.
What sequence? Wait, hold on.
I screwed up.
Oh, I see. I need to rep. It's a Simon Says thing. Okay, okay. We got it. Okay. Will that repair the circle thing? One more.
This technology never ceases to amaze.
There we go. That fixes the circle thing right up. See, that's how you fix broken rocks with a neat drum solo.
Harry said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either. Unless there's something different about my hand. Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do.
The Black Ichor has consumed us.
My hands. Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Chapter 5. Do I keep going? The problem is if I'm committing to this now, I'm truly committing to it. And if I do, doesn't seem like there's much left to go. There's 2 more chapters. We did chapter 3 and 4, and there's 5 and 6 as well. But I'm in it right now. Right? I'm into it. And I kind of want to keep going on this. If I finish it today, there will be no stream next week, because that's my last game for the year. So now I'm torn. No, I think we'll just leave it at that. We're on good pace. Can we go back? Or will we just... Oh, I think we just hit a level boundary. No, you know what? We'll leave it here. That's a fascinating way to jump in next time. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. No. We can do another stream next week.